Charlie, you're an anvil salesman. Your firm give credit?
No, sir.
Nor anybody else. Cash for the merchandise. Cash for the button hooks.
Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods.
Cash for the soft goods. Cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the noggins and the piggins and the firkins.
Cash for the hogshead, cask and demijohn. Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the fly pit.
Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk. You can bicker, you can talk. You can bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk, you can talk. You can talk, 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 talk. Bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk all you wanna, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. But you gotta know the territory.
Why, it's the Model T Ford made the trouble, made the people wanna go, wanna get up and go 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Who's gonna patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it? Not the Model T at all. Take a gander at the store, at the modern store, at the present day store, at the present day modern departmentalized grocery store.
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
You can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, 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 bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk all you wanna, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
Why, it's the You Need a Biscuit made the trouble. You need to put the crackers in a package, The You Need a Biscuit in an airtight sanitary package made the Cracker Barrel obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window with the mail pouch cut plug shone by the stove. Changed the approach of a traveling salesman. Made it pretty hard.
No, it didn't, but you gotta know the territory.
Gone, gone. Gone with the hogshead, cask, and demijohn. Gone with the sugar barrel, pickle barrel, milk pan. Gone with the tub and the pail and the tears.
Ever meet a fella by the name of Hill?
Hill.
Hill?
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 Hell!
No! Just a minute.
Never heard of any salesman, Hill.
Now he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory?
What's the fella's line?
Never worries about his line.
line.
Or the Cracker Barrel being obsolete, or the You Need a Biscuit in an airtight sanitary package, or the Model T Ford.
Just a minute.
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
Or a doggone thing. He's just a bang beat, bell ringing, big haul, great go, necker nothing, rip roaring every time a bullseye salesman. That's Professor Harold Hill.
Tell us, what's his line? He's a fake, and he doesn't know the territory.
Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
He's a music man.
He's a what?
He's a music man, and he sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums and the big brass bass. And the piccolo. Uniforms too, with the shiny gold braid on the coat and the big red stripe running.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir.
Mandolin picks, perhaps, and here and there a Jew's harp.
No, the fella sells bands, boys' bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he dallies and he gathers and he plucks and he shines. And when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But he doesn't know the territory.
Oh, there's nothing halfway about the Iowa way to treat you when we treat you,
which we may not do at all.
There's an Iowa kind of special chip on the shoulder attitude we've never been without that we recall.
We can be cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about our weather in July.
And we're so by God stubborn we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never see eye to eye.
But what the heck? You're welcome. Join us at the picnic. You can have your fill of all the food you bring yourself.
You really ought to give Iowa a try.
Provided you are contrary.
We can be cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about our weather in July. And we're so by God stubborn we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never see eye to eye. But we'll give you our shirt and a bat to go with it.
you're welcome. Glad to have you with us.
Even though we may not ever mention it again.
You really ought to give Iowa, Hawkeye, Iowa, to Butte, Des Moines, Davenport, Marshalltown, Mason City, Keokuk, Ames, Clear Lake. Ought to give Iowa a try.
Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, certainly. Mighty proud to say, I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help you cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try and give an ironclad leave to yourself from a 3-rail billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a balk-line game, I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth, the first big step on the road to the depths of degradé. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit, listening to some big out-of-town Jasper, hearing him tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trotting race, no, but a race where they sit down right on a horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy setting on Dan Patch, make your blood boil, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum, with a capital B and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. And all week long your River City youth will be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering away. Their noontime, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket, never mind getting dandelions pulled or the screen door patched or the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with a cistern empty on a Saturday night, and that's trouble. Oh yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the Knickerbocker, shirt-tailed young ones peeking in the pool hall window after school. You got trouble, folks, right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? They'll be trying out Bevo, trying out Q-Bebs, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're gonna cover up a telltale breath with sense. And one fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for the dance at the Armory. Libertine men and scarlet women and ragtime. Shameless music that'll grab your son, your daughter, with the arms of a jungle, animal instinct, mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground. Trouble, right here in River City. We're the capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. We've surely got trouble, right here in River City. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school. Mothers of River City, heed the warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The moment your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he memorizing jokes out of Captain Billy's whiz-bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell and so's your old man. If so, my friends, you got trouble right here in River City. Where the capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. We've surely got trouble right here in River City. Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock and the Golden Rule. Oh, we got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls is the devil's toll. Ah, we got trouble, trouble, trouble.
Oh yes, we got trouble here. We got big, big trouble.
With a T. You gotta rhyme with P. That stands for pool.
Mama, a man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Did you say anything?
Mama, of course not. Now don't dawdle, Amaryllis. Sol, do, la, re, ti, mi. A little slower and please keep the fingers curved as nice and high as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
If you don't mind my saying so, it wouldn't have hurt you to find out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Excuse me for living, but I never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the low mentality of River City people and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't help my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can't quote Balzac and Shakespeare and all them other highfalutin Greeks.
Mama, if you don't mind my saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
No, I haven't changed a subject. I was talking about that stranger.
What stranger?
With the suitcase who may be your very last chance.
Mama, do you think that I'd allow a common masher? Now really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards, and if you don't mind my saying so, there's not a man alive who could hope to measure up to that blend of Paul Bunyan, St. Pat, and Noah Webster you've concocted for yourself out of your Irish imagination, your Iowa stubbornness, and your library full of books.
Good night, my love. Sleep tight, my someone. Sleep tight, my love. Our star is shining its brightest light. For good night, my love, for good night. Sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be. Sweet dreams to carry you close to me. I wish they may, and I wish they might. Now good night, my someone, good night. True love can be whispered from heart to heart when lovers are parted, they say. But I must depend on a wish and a star as long as my heart doesn't know who you are. Sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be. Sweet dreams to carry you close to me. I wish they may, and I wish they might. Now good night, my someone, good night, good night.
May I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with a wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me, if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and I'm here to organize the River City Boys Band. Brrr. Oh, think, my friends, how could any pool table ever hope to compete with a gold trombone? Ra-ba, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da. Remember, my friends, what a handful of trumpet players did to the famous fabled walls of Jericho. Oh, billiard parlor walls come a-tumbling down. Oh, a band'll do it, my friends. Oh, yes, I mean a boys' band. Do you hear me? I say River City's gotta have a boys' band, and I mean she needs it today. Well, Professor Harold Hill's on hand, and River City's gonna have her boys' band as sure as the Lord made little green apples. And that band's gonna be in uniform. Johnny, Willie, Teddy, Fred. And you'll see the glitter of crashing cymbals, and you'll hear the thunder of rolling drums, the shimmer of trumpets, ta-ta-da! And you'll feel something akin to the electric thrill I once enjoyed when Gilmore, Liberati, Pat Conway, the great creator, W.C. Handy, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on that very same historic day. 76 trombones led the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper-bottom timpani and horse platoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell euphoniums and big bassoons, each bassoon having his big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery, thundering, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who'd improvise a full octave higher than the score. 76 trombones hit the counterpoint, while 110 cornets blazed away. To the rhythm of Harch, 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 all the kids began to march, and they're marching still right today. How can there be any sin insincere? Where is the good in goodbye in goodbye? Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify, mystify. Tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear. While one single star shines above, how can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love. No wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of girl spins webs no spider ever. Listen, boy, a girl who trades on all that purity merely wants to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will file refers to marching down the aisle. No golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine goddess. No, sir, for no Diana do I play fawn. I can tell you that right now. I snarl, I hiss. How can ignorance be compared to bliss? I spark, I fizz. For the lady who knows what time it is. I cheer, I rave. For the virtue I'm too late to save. The sadder but wiser girl for me. No bright-eyed, blushing, breathless baby doll baby. No, sir, that kind of child ties knots no sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a more adult romance. No dewy young miss who keeps resisting. All the time she keeps insisting. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, why, she's the fisherman, I'm the fish you see. Plop. I flinch, I shy, when the lass with the delicate hair goes by. I smile, I grin, when the gal with the touch of sin walks in. I hope, I pray, for Hester to win just one more A. The sadder but wiser girl's the girl for me.
The sadder but wiser girl's the girl for me.
The sadder but wiser girl for me.
Pick a little, talk a lot, cheep, cheep, cheep. Pick a little, talk a little, cheep, cheep, cheep. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 cheep.
Professor, her kind of woman doesn't belong on any committee. Of course, I shouldn't tell you this, but she advocates dirty books.
Chaucer, Rabelais, Balzac.
And the worst thing is, well, of course, I shouldn't tell you this.
I'll tell. The man lived on my street, let me tell.
Stop! I'll tell. She made brazen overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town till she came here, old Miser Madison.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
That woman made brazen overtures with a gilt-edge guarantee. She had a golden glint in her eye and a silver voice with a counterfeit ring. Just melt her down and you'll reveal a lump of lead as cold as steel here, where a woman's heart should be.
He left River City, the library building, but he left all the books to her.
Chaucer, Rabelais,
Balzac.
Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. We're going to leave you now.
Marian. Marbles. 6 Steelies, 8 Aggies, a dozen Pee-wees, and 1 big glassy with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll drop 'em. Shh. Madam Librarian. What can I do, my dear, to catch your ear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, heaven help us if the library caught on fire and the volunteer hose brigademan had to whisper the news to Marian. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marian, if I stumbled and I busted my whatchamacallit, I could lie on your floor unnoticed till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian. Now in the moonlight, a man could sing it. In the moonlight, And a fellow would know that his darling had heard every word of his song with the moonlight helping along. But when I try in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian, Marian, it's a long-lost cause I can never win. For the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin any talking out loud with any librarian, such as Marian. Madam Librarian. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, that's the town that knew me when. If you'd like to have a logical explanation how I happened on this elegant syncopation, I will say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can like my face.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome, but Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home.
But I'm not waiting for Luther Greiner, who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library. All I want is a plain man, a modest man, a quiet man, a straightforward and honest man, and not Ed Gamage and that buggy of his with a removable back seat. But I'm not waiting for a man in shining white armor either. Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, what my heart would say if it only knew how. Please, dear Venus, show me now. All I want is a plain man, all I want is a modest man, a quiet man, a gentleman, a straightforward and honest man to sit with me in a cottage somewhere in the state of Iowa, and I would like him to be more interested in me and more interested in us than in me. And if occasionally he'd ponder what makes Shakespeare and Beethoven great, him I could love till I die. Him I could love till I die. My white knight, not a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, while the others ride by, walk and love him till I die, till I
Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the street. Oh, please let it be for me.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the street. I wish I knew what it could be.
I got a box of maple sugar on my birthday.
In March I got a gray Mackinac.
And once I got some grapefruit from Tampa.
Montgomery Ward sent me a bathtub and a crosscut saw.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming now. Is it a prepaid surprise or COD?
It could be curtains
or dishes
or a double boiler.
Or it could be.
Yes, it could be. Yes, you're right. It surely could be.
Something special.
Something very, very special now.
Just for me.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the street. Oh, don't let him pass my door.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the street.
I wish I knew what he was coming for.
I got some salmon from Seattle last September.
And I expect a new rocking chair.
I hope I get my raisins from Fresno.
The DAR sent a cannon for the courthouse square.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming now. I don't know how I can never wait to see. It could be something for someone who is no relation, but it could be.
Yes, it could be. Yes, you're right. It surely could be.
Something special.
Something very, very special now.
Just for me.
Oh, you Wells Fargo wagon, keep a coming. Oh, you Wells Fargo wagon, keep a coming. Oh, you Wells Fargo wagon, don't you dare to make a stop until you stop for me.
It's you in the sunrise. It's you in my cup. It's you all the way into town. It's your sweet hello, dear, that sets me up. And it's your got to go, dear, that gets me down. It's you on my pillow in all of my dreams, till once more the morning breaks through. What words could be saner, or truer, or plainer than it's you, it's you. Yes, it's you. Oh, yes, it's you.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chip, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chip, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more.
Miss Peru, please join our Del Sword committee. You were so dear today, dancing with Professor Hill.
You danced like a fairy princess, with a moonbeam for your floor. You had a golden shimmer in your hair and silver shoes for all to see. We know that you will soon unfold a forgiving heart of pure as gold, here, where a woman's heart should be.
Fairy princess, ruby floor, golden shimmer, silver shoes, brow and fold, heart of gold, here, where a woman's heart should be. The professor told us to read those books, and we simply adored them all.
Chaucer, Rabelais, Balzac.
Oh, you'll never forget the name. Lida Rose. Same as the song. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose.
To get the sun back in the sky. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose, about 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion I'll pop the question. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Lida Rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Lida Rose, oh, won't you be mine? Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose.
Dream of now, dream of then, dream of a love song that might have been. Do I love you? Oh yes, I love you, and I'll bravely tell you, but only when we dream again. Sweet and low, sweet and low, how sweet that memory, how long ago. Forever, oh yes, forever. Will I ever tell you? Ah, no.
Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose, oh,
Dream
Lida Rose,
of
I'm home again, Rose, to get the sun back
dream
in the
of
sky.
then, dream
Lida
of
Rose, I'm home again, Rose, about 1,000
that might have
kisses shy.
been. Do I love you? Oh yes, I love
Hear the
you,
chapel bell chime.
and I'll bravely tell you, but only when we dream
I'll pop the
again.
question.
Sweet
Lida Rose, I'm
and
home again,
low,
Rose, without a sweetheart
sweet
to my
and low,
name.
how sweet that memory, how long ago. Forever,
So here is my love
oh
song,
yes,
not
forever.
fancy or fine.
Will I ever tell
Lida
you?
Rose, so won't you be
Oh no.
Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose.
Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, that's the sound that knew me when. If you'd like to have a logical explanation, how I happened on this Alkin syncopation, I would say without a moment of hesitation, there's just one place that can light my face. Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Not Louisiana, Paris, Ramsey, or Garonne. But Gary,
Now a woman who kisses on the very first date is usually a hussy, and a woman who kisses on the second time out is anything but fussy. But a woman who waits till the third time around, head in the clouds, feet on the ground, she's a girl he's glad he's found. She's his Shipoopi, 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 the girl who's hard to get. Shipoopi, 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 but you can win her yet. Walk her once just to raise the curtain, then you walk around twice and you make for certain. Once more in the flower garden, she will never get sore if you beg her pardon. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Squeeze her once when she isn't looking. If you get a squeeze back, that's fancy cooking. Once more for a pepper upper, she will never get sore on her way to supper.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, si, do.
Now little old Sal was no gal as anyone could see. Look at her now, she's a go gal who only goes for me. Squeeze her once when she isn't looking. If you get a squeeze back, that's fancy cooking. Once more for a pepper upper, she will never get sore on her way to supper.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, si, do. Shipoopi, Shipoopi, Shipoopi,
the girl who's hard to get.
Shipoopi, Shipoopi, Shipoopi,
but you can win her yet.
There were bells on the hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. And there was music, and there were wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew, there was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you.
while 110 cornets played the air. Then I modestly took my place as the one and only bass, and I oompahd up and down the square.
Good night, my someone, good night, my love.
With 110 cornets right behind.
Our star is shining its brightest light.
There were horns of every shape and sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be.
While 110 cornets played the air,
I wish I may, and I wish I might. Now good night, my someone, good night.